Bihari, Kunja Bihar. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Shutarshata Shri Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Namacharya Srila Das Thakur ki Grandhara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki Jai Gaur Premanande. Where is the book? It's showing there. Two 7:30, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda-gopa-kumaraya Govindaya Namo Nama Nama Pankajanabhaya Nama Pankajamalini Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Aradhyo Bhagavan Brajeshatanayas Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachita Upasana Vrajavadu Varghinaya Kalpita Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Pramanamamalam Prema Pumarto Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhur Matamidam Tatra Dharana Paraha Ajanulambita Bujau Khanaka Vadato Sankirtanaikapitaro Kamalayataksho Vishvambaro Dvijavaro Yugadharmapalo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro. Hare Krishna, we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, second canto. We are in 7th chapter. Second canto is entitled as what? Cosmic creation, cosmic manifestation. First is creation. So we are in 7th chapter, scheduled incarnations. Schedule matlab schedule, what all incarnations are going to come. There are scheduled one after another. So they are in text 30. Please repeat after me. Grinita yat yat upabandam amusha mata shulbam sutasya na tu tattat amusha mati yat Jrumbata asya vadane bhuvanani gopi samviksha shankitamana pratibodhita asid grinita yajyat upabandamamushamata Shulbam sutasya na tu tat amushamati Yajrumbatosya vadane bhuvanani gopi Samviksha shankitamana pratibodhitasit Grinita yajyad upabandamamushamata Mushatosya vadane bhuvanani gopi संवीक्ष्य शङ्कितमना प्रतिबोधितासीत् गृह्णीत यद्यदुपबन्धममुष्यम तस्य न तु तद् अमुष्यमाति संवीक्ष्य शङ्कितमना प्रतिबोधितासीत्. Please recite. We should recite in the same meter how they are reciting. Okay? Shilpam sudasya na tu tat tat amushyamati Yajrumbhatosya vadane bhuvanani gopi Matajis? Okay, we will read about two-word meaning. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Grinita, by taking up, yet whatsoever, upabandham, ropes for tying, amushya, his, mata, mother, shulbam, ropes, sutasya, of her son, na, not, tu, however, tat, by and by, amusha, his, mati, was sufficient, yet that which jrumbataha, opening the mouth, asya, of him, vadane, the mouth, bhuvanani, the worlds, gopi, the cowherd woman, samviksha, so seeing it, sankitamana, doubtful in mind, pratibodhita, convinced in a different way, asit, was so done. Translation. When the cowherd woman, Krishna's foster mother Yashoda, was trying to tie the hands of her son with ropes, she found the rope to be always insufficient in length. And when she finally gave up Lord Krishna by and by, opened his mouth, wherein the mother found all the universes situated. Seeing this, she was doubtful in her mind, but she was convinced in a different manner of the mystic nature of her son. Purport. One day, Lord Krishna, as a naughty child, disturbed his mother, and she began to tie up the child with ropes just to punish him. But no matter how much rope she used, she found it always insufficient. Thus she became fatigued. But in the meantime, the Lord opened his mouth, and the affectionate mother saw within the mouth of her son all the universes situated together. The mother was astonished, but out of her deep affection for Krishna, she thought that the Almighty Godhead Narayan had kindly looked after her son just to protect him from all the continuous calamities happening to him. Because of her deep affection for Krishna, she could never think that her very son was Narayan, the personality of Godhead himself. That is the action of Yogamaya, the internal potency of the Supreme Lord, which acts to perfect all the pastimes of the Lord with his different types of devotees. Who could play such wonders without being God? ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोन् श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सागना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वतीति नामिने श्रीवासवानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वलप्रेमाद्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदा श्रीगौरा करुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगाविरुदापसिद्धान्तद्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद् वैराग्यमूर्तये रसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगावराय ते गौराविर्भावभूम्येष्त्वं निर्दिष्टा सज्जनप्रिया वैष्णवा सार्वभौमा श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमाप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामिने गौरतिशे नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते जयतां सुरतोपङ्गोर्मम मन्दामथिर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपादाम्भोजो राधामदनमोहनो दिव्यवृन्दारण्यकल्पाद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधाशीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन्वेणोर्स्वनिर्गोपीर्गोपीनादा श्रीयेसुना तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 7th chapter, 2nd canto. So we see the previous verses. On the very night of the day, the chastisement of Kaliya snake, when the inhabitants of Brajabhumi were sleeping carefully, there was a forest fire ablaze due to dry leaves, and it appeared that all the inhabitants were soon to meet their death. But the Lord, along with Balram, saved them by closing his eyes. Such are the superhuman activities of the Lord. And the superhuman activities of the Lord, Divyam. And the word is used, Divyam. Some people, many times I used to get this question, what should we say? Transcendental means how we explain to people. I used to get such kind of doubts. But Prabhupada nicely writes, Divyam means what? Superhuman. Nobody can perform such kind of activities. He swallowed the forest fire, that is superhuman. You see, some people, they also have this, I've seen in some videos, they are given some Guinness Book of Record. They swallow fire. You know that? Have you seen? How many of you have seen? They swallow fire, they keep in their mouth for some time, but again it comes out. But they cannot swallow whole forest fire or any fire. So that is a superhuman activity. And before that also, we see that how Krishna saved all his friends from the Kaliya poisoned the Yamuna river. And Krishna was dancing on Kaliya. So who can dance on snake? Can anybody dance? The snake's top is very slippery. You know, slippery? It's very soft. And it's living in water. So can anybody dance on such a floor? If you invite any dancer to dance on where there is water, full of water, can he dance? No, you need some solid surface. So that is something superhuman activity, superhuman. We see that the series of pastimes from, we see the birth of Krishna, that Krishna appeared in the jail in four-handed form. Then Mother Devaki requests that we don't want such a big son, we want a small baby. Then Narayan himself transfers to small baby. Then Vasudev transfers him from Madura to Gokul. When he was going, Yamuna gives the river, and then he goes to Gokul. Then he keeps the baby Krishna there beside Mother Yashoda, and he brings Yoga Maya back here. And Mother Yashoda thinks that Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj think that we got a child. And after a few days, only Putana comes, and Putana tries to kill Krishna by giving poison breast milk, but Krishna takes out our life here. And after that, again Shakatasura comes, and Kard demon, Krishna kills also. And after that, Trunavra, such a huge wind demon, Krishna just pulls his neck down. They're all big yogis, Maharaj was telling, Putana, and they all such mystic powers. Putana himself, she can fly in the air from one branch to another. Kechar it is called. So they have such siddhis. After that, Krishna shows entire universe in his mouth. Before that, Krishna was given Jata Karma. Garga Muni gives name-giving ceremony in the cow shed. So like this, and it goes on. And this Damodar Leela now, what we are hearing is Damodar Leela. So one day Mother Yashoda, we hear from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 10th canto, Shri Shuka Uvacha Ekada Grihadasheshu Yashodananda Gehini Karmantara Niyuktasu Nirmamanta Swayandadi Yani Hagitani Tadbhala Charitani Cha Dadi Nirmantane Kale Smaranti Tanaga Agayatha. So Sukadeva Goswami is describing this wonderful pastime of Damodar Leela. One day Mother Yashoda sees that all her maid servants were engaged in other household affairs. She's thinking, why my Lala is going to other houses to steal butter? Maybe the other elderly gopi, they're not preparing very nicely in the home. So maybe it's very ordinary. Maybe I have to take care of him personally. So what she does is she goes to Nanda Maharaj and she takes best 7 or 8 cows from all the cows, and she nicely gives nice fragrant grasses, which is nice flavorful. Personally, she feeds those 7 8 cows and takes milk out of that and personally start churning. Uh, so she personally began to churn the yogurt like this. How it comes like this? We have a upside a mission, it does itself. But when Mother Yashoda she was personally churning. Baba makes very nicely how sound also her. So while churning, she remembered the childish activities of Krishna, and uh, she was churning and she's remembering what all activities had happened since childhood. Many demons came and killed Krishna, and she composed a nice songs like Putana, Gatana. We have many bhajans in her own way, not the way I sing, but in her own way she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself all those activities. It's mentioned that if someone writes anything in a meteric way, it's very easy to remember. Understood? If someone writes anything in a poem way, it's very easy to remember. Like we have many bhajans. If someone is told to remember us, just you should not sing in a meter way, but you just have to sing like that. Can we? Is it easy? It is easy, but it's little difficult also. But when you sing in such a meter, then it becomes very easy. Like we have prasadam prayers. Sharira, Vidyajal, Jadendriyataga. It's in some meteric way. If someone has told you, you just have to recite like Sharira, Vidyajal, Jadendriyataga, how it looks. So in a meteric way, when you sing, then it becomes very easier for us to remember. And in her own way, she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself and about all those activities. That's why Lord Chaitanya has invented this process of singing and dancing and singing. You just have to sing the songs. Shishirad Madhav ki, Shishi Gaur Nitai ki, Shishi Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki. So this pastime has happened when? It happened on Deepavali day. Many people all over the world now they celebrate because of Prabhupada's mercy. So she wanted to churn. She's thinking, okay, these gopis may not be very attentive while churning. They may burn the milk, and that's how the taste may be missing. So let me do personally. Then she starts taking care of her own son by giving this. Kshaumam vasa prudu kati tate bibrati sutranadam putra sneha snuta kucha yugam jata kampam chastubru rajvaksh akarsha shramabhuja chalat kankano kundalecha svinnam vaktram kabara vigalan malati nirmamantha. So the description of Mother Yashoda is given here. Dressed in a saffron yellow sari, you can see in that picture as it is. She is wearing saffron yellow sari it is. With a belt tied about her full hips, Mother Yashoda pulled on the churning rope. Laboring considerably, her bangles and earrings are moving and vibrating and her whole body is shaking. Because of her intense love for her child, her breasts were wet with milk. Her face, with its beautiful, very beautiful eyebrows, was wet with perspiration, and malati flowers were falling from her hair. How many of you know malati flowers? How many of you have seen? They look like jasmine only, little. Yesterday, they used it in the garlands. It's very nice flowers. So, Prabhupada says, see, in the purport, anyone who desires to be Krishna conscious in motherly affection or parental affection should contemplate the bodily features of Mother Yashoda. Understood? How many? You understood what is mentioned here? Anyone who wants to be in Krishna consciousness in motherly affection should contemplate the bodily features of Mother Yashoda. Somebody may think, I want to become Yashoda, but it's condemned here. You cannot become Yashoda. Yashoda is Yashoda only. Yashoda Mata is Yashoda Mata. We cannot become Nanda Maharaj. But we must follow in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, either in parental love or conjugal love, friendship or servitor. That's why this description is provided here. Tam stanya sadya matnantim jananim hari grihitva dadimantanam nyasedhat pritimavahan. So while Mother Yashoda was churning butter, Krishna, desiring to drink the milk of her breast, appeared before her. He was sleeping in one room actually. And some other room he was sleeping. So Mother Yashoda was churning butter in some other room. Then Krishna gets up and immediately becomes hungry and immediately comes there. And in order to increase her transcendental pleasure, he caught hold of the churning rod and began to prevent her from churning. If someone is doing something, their children come and stop them from doing so, they feel very happy actually, because the childish activities are very enchanting to their heart. So when she was churning and remembering Krishna's activities, and Krishna comes and holds that churning rod. Tammankam marudam apayayasthanam sneha snutam sasmitam ikshati mukham atriptam strijjavena sayaya ustrijchamane pasatittvadistrite. Mother Yashoda then embraced Krishna. He came for drinking milk, so Mother Yashoda embraces him and allowed him to sit on her lap and began to look upon the face of the Lord with great love and affection. Of course, just it came in my mind. So in Rupa Goswami, one of the 64 principles, he says one should look at the deities with great devotion. He says great devotion. So she has such an affection for the Lord because she's thinking he's my child. She is not because she's on that platform, Madhurya Ras, Madhurya Bhav. She never cared also who Krishna is. She's thinking he's my son. So milk is automatically flowing from her breast. But when she saw that milk pan was on the oven was boiling over, she immediately left her son to take care of the overflowing milk, although the child was not yet fully satisfied with drinking the milk of his mother's breast. So here she got two activities. One is feeding the child, another one is what? She has to take care of the milk boiling. So sometimes we also get confused which activities we have to do first. We get so many services. So the first for the devotees is to do sadhana chanting 16 rounds, attending morning program, like that. After that, can go on doing services, following the guidance of devotees. Sanjata spuritanuradam radaram sandasya dadbir dadimantavajanam bhitva mrishashru drishadashmanaraho jagasahayangavamam taram gata. Being very angry and biting his reddish lips with his teeth, Krishna, with false tears in his eyes, broke the container of yogurt with a piece of stone. Then he entered a room and began to eat the freshly churned butter in a solitary place. So Krishna breaks that pot and he starts eating the butter. You have seen the picture here behind? You are behind. Of course. So he gives pleasure to all Vrajavasis by stealing butter. That is his very famous activity. Prabhupada mentions celebrated monkeys. Monkeys have everyday celebration because Krishna feeds them personally. We do never hear, na? Monkeys means monkeys only, right? But Prabhupada mentions a special word, celebrated monkeys of Vrindavan, because they are all associates of the Lord. Uttarya gopi shritam paya puna pravishya samdrishya chadayamatram amatrakam bhagnam vilokya svasutasya karmata jahasatam chapina tatra pashyati. Mother Yashoda, after taking down the hot milk from the oven, returned to the churning spot. And when she saw that the container of yogurt was broken and that Krishna was not present, she concluded that breaking of the pot was the work of whom? It must be this Krishna only, because out of fear or he was afraid that I will chastise him, then he started going away from there. But all his food is both lotus feet. He has got butter and yogurt. So when he was walking, those impressions were there on the floor. So wherever he went, till there the impressions were there. So that's how Mother Yashoda, and there was some sound also coming from the room, bangles and is all ankle bells ka sound bhi aa raha tha. So Mother Yashoda understood this boy must be in that room only. Hulukalanger upari vyavasthitam markaya kamam dadatam shichistitam Hayyangavam chaurya vishankite kshanam niriksha paschasutamaghamachanai. Krishna at that time was sitting on an upside down wooden mortar frame for grinding spices and was distributing milk preparations such as yogurt and butter to the monkeys as he liked. Because of having stolen, he was looking all around with great anxiety, suspecting that he might be chastised by his mother. Mother Yashoda, upon seeing him, very cautiously approached him from behind. So Mother Yashoda comes to that room. So what Krishna was doing? He was nicely distributing makkan, yogurt to all his monkeys. Tamatayashtim prashamiksha satvaras tato varuhya pasasara bitavar Gopan vadavannayam apayoginam kshamam praveshtum tapaseritam manam. When Krishna saw his mother stick in her hand, he very quickly got down from the top of the motor and began to flee as if very much afraid. Although yogis try to capture him as Paramatma by meditation, desiring to enter into the effulgence of the Lord with great austerities and penances, they fail to reach him. But Mother Yashoda, thinking that same Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna to be her son, began following Krishna to catch him. So there is a conversation which says, that there is a conversation took place while Krishna was running and Mother Yashoda was also running. I will just read out that. So Krishna is running, right? Krishna is running as fast as possible. Mother Yashoda's body is little heavy body, thin base, very huge breast. So she was also running and Krishna is also running, and Krishna turned like this. And Mother Yashoda says, "Why are you running like this? You are a thief. You are a cheater. You are a foremost cheater. Why are you running away like this?" And Krishna turns his face while running. "Drop your stick. I will stop running." What he says? "Drop your stick. I will stop running." Still running. Then Mother Yashoda says, "If you are afraid of stick, why did you break that pot of yogurt?" Krishna says, "I promise you now I will not break it again. But if you want me to stop, please keep your stick down." She doesn't listen. Still she has stick in her hand. Krishna says, "Oh sinless one, please drop the stick down. I will not do it again." Then Mother Yashoda drops the stick. So Krishna is easy available for whom? Devotees. It is very easy. For others, they have to do a lot of tapasya, but Krishna is easily available by his devotees. For his devotees. Anvachamana janani brihachalach Shruni bharakranta gati sumadhyama Javina visramsita keshabandhana Chuta prasunanugati paramrishat. While following Krishna, Mother Yashoda, her thin waist, overburdened by her heavy breasts, naturally had to reduce her speed because of following Krishna very swiftly. Her hair became loose, and the flowers in her hair were falling after. Yet she did not fail to capture her son Krishna. Many yogis, they all do a lot of tapasya to enter into effulgence, and sometimes they fall down. But here, here we see devotees are running after Krishna, especially Yashoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Anyway, this is not coming. It's showing here. Can you give me that? Kritagasam tam prarudantamakshni shini kashantamanjanmashini swapanina vikshamanam bhayavivalekshana haste grihitva bishayantavagurat. When caught by Mother Yashoda, Krishna became more and more afraid and admitted to being an offender. You see, Krishna punishes all those people who are offenders, right? But here he is feeling afraid of Mother Yashoda. So Kunti Maharani says, Gopiya dade tvai krita gasidam yate dashashu kalilanjana sambраmaksham vaktram niniya bhayabavanaya stitasya sama vimohayati birapi yed bibeti. So Kunti Maharani says, Oh Krishna, that you committed an offense by breaking the pot, and for that Mother Yashoda took a rope to punish you, and that time your eyes became puffed with tears and you became afraid. But fear personified itself is fearful of you, but you are afraid, and this sight is bewildering to me, she says. As she looked upon him, she saw that he was crying actually. His tears mixed with the black ointment around his eyes. And as he rubbed his eyes with his hands, he smeared the ointment all over his face. Mother Yashoda, catching her beautiful son by the hand, mildly began to chastise him. Tyaktva yashtim sutam bitam vignayar bhakavatsala. Okay, we can recite this verse at least. Tyaktva yashtim sutam bitam. Loudly. Tyaktva yashtim sutam bitam vignayar bhakavatsala yesha kilatam baddhum damna tadvirya kovida. Mother Yashoda was always overwhelmed by intense love for Krishna, not knowing who Krishna was or how powerful he was. So Mother Yashoda is she is forgetful that Krishna is God, right? Isn't it? That's how she is playing that pastime. So is Krishna is also forgetful that he is God? Question I'm asking. Is he forgetful? How many of you say that Krishna is not forgetful that he is God? Yes, how many of you say that Krishna is forgetful that he is God? So Krishna actually forgets that he is God. So Yogamaya covers him that he is God, so that he can increase the transcendental pleasure of Mother Yashoda, and he acts as if a child, ordinary child. But sometimes he remembers, like, but he is killing, right, many demons. How is that? If he's behaving like ordinary child, how is that he's killing many demons? Keshi demon, all those demons, Putana. Hmm? There is a special, so there is a special kind of energy which makes him remind that you're Supreme Lord now. You can execute your powers to kill this demon. Something like I was hearing from Maharaj. Uh, Therefore, when she saw that her son had become excessively afraid, she threw the stick away and desired to bind him so that he would not commit any further naughty activities. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has no beginning and no end, no exterior and interior, no front and no rear. In other words, all pervading. How can you bind a person who has no back and no front? No, is all pervading. How can you bind him? You cannot bind him. But Krishna's waist is how much? It's a very small, he's a small baby of how many years? How many months? Password क्या है इसका? So it's very small waist, but he has no back, front, all these things are mentioned here. Yashoda is thinking he's my own sweet child. She bound him to wooden mortar with a rope. When Mother Yashoda was trying to bind the offending child, she saw that the binding rope was short by a distance with the width of 2 fingers. Thus she brought another rope to join it. So here is the first chapter in Krishna's exhibition of unlimited potency to Mother Yashoda when she tried to bind him. The rope was too short. See, this is a spiritual subject matter. This can be understood only by pure devotees. Because how can one rope she tried to bind and it could not bind? How much rope she needs? Just 2 feet, Prabhupada writes. Maybe 2 feet it requires to bind Krishna. But she was bringing ropes from so many gopis' houses. So many, but they are also laughing. It looks like he will not be bound up by this any of these ropes. And Mother Yashoda was also smiling, but still she was trying, putting her efforts to bind Krishna. She is very determined to bind Krishna. This new rope was short by measurement of 2 fingers. And when another rope was joined to it, it was still 2 fingers too short. As many ropes as she joined, all of them failed. Their shortness could not overcome. Thus, Mother Yashoda joined whatever ropes were available in the household, but still she failed in her attempt to bind Krishna. Mother Yashoda's friends, the elderly gopis in the neighborhood, were smiling and enjoying the fun. Similarly, Mother Yashoda, although laboring in that way, was also smiling. All of them were struck with wonder. Because of Mother Yashoda's hard labor, her whole body became covered with perspiration, and the flowers and comb were falling from her hair. When child Krishna saw his mother thus fatigued, he became merciful to her and agreed to be bound. So, the 2 finger too short is nothing but one is parishrama and another one is krupa. Parishrama means endeavoring. So, we should endeavor to please Krishna, and one day Krishna may show his mercy and we can see Krishna. So, we have some few minutes. We will sing Damodara Ashtakam, okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare. It's been how many months we sang Damodara Ashtakam? Very long back, right? So it's a great chance today, by the mercy of Vaishnavas, we are going to sing this. We will sing this and we will end this, okay? So let us endeavor to please Krishna by nicely singing for the pleasure of Yashodanandan, okay? Is showing there? Okay. Let us all sing with nicely for the pleasure of Lord, with love. Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. यशोदाभियो लूखलाधवमानं परामृष्टमात्यन्तातो दुत्रगोप्या परामृष्टमात्यन्तातो धृत्यगोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रायुग्मं मृजन्तम् काराम्बोजयुग्मेन सन्तङ्कनेत्रम् त्रायुग्मं मृजन्तम् काराम्बोजयुग्मेन सन्तकनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकम्पात्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठा सीताग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्ष्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषिताग्नेषु भक्तर्जितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतामृति वन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेषदपिह गोपालभालं सदा मे मम वीराष्टं किमन्ये सदा मे मनस्य वीराष्टं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोजम् अत्यन्तनीलैर्कृतं कुन्तलै स्निग्धारक्तैश्च गोप्या कृपादृष्टिवृष्टातिदीनं बथानो गृहाणि क्षमामग्नं ये द्यक्षिदृश्या नमस्ते सुधाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायादा विश्वस्य धाम्ने Five before that, so we have 5 minutes. Someone I'll come to put out the fire. So what is first important thing is that we have to do.
How to know that what is
We should follow whatever superiors they say. We should keep asking, okay, no seva is there,